You see that, people? Rich has invaded the stream. Look, there he is. Here he is. Rich. I don't even know if you can hear him. He keeps freezing. But wagwan, everyone. I hope you're doing well. And welcome back to Tereak Talks. Welcome to the Watchalong for the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace matchup right here. Apologies for being late. I know it's another late start, ladies and gents, but you know how this goes. You know how this is in Tereak Talks. People, early start, early kickoff, 12:30. How are you feeling? Let me know your thoughts, everyone. Let me just get the stream all shared out to everyone, everybody, because it's been a hectic morning and early afternoon here for your boy, just like every morning as well. Not really when I'm working. But yeah, here we go, people. I'm looking forward to this, and I hope you guys are too. 13 days is well too long for my liking without Arsenal playing football, and especially coming off the back of 3 defeats in a row. West Ham, Fulham, Liverpool, a lot's been made of that. A lot of discourse in the Arsenal fan base, a lot of people overreacting as well, but I can understand why, because when Arsenal lose a single game, it feels like we're in a crisis mode, given how the stature of our club, how well we've performed in the past 12 to 18 months here too. So yes, people, and there's a lot of questions of Arsenal, Arteta, and the attackers, especially, who are the ones who look like they're the ones who need to really step up today. Arsenal fans, we are coming up against a Crystal Palace team that are not set up well, who are in a bit of a down patch themselves. Big up to yourself, Rich. I don't know, can you hear me? You're on mute still, bro, but you keep chopping and changing. The connection, there's JC there as well. Big up to yourself, the Crystal Palace faithful. Look at him, look at him. They're in there. They're at the Emirates. They're giving us live footage, live feed. Go check out Eagle Eye Football, people, if you want to hear it from a Crystal Palace point of view. Big up to yourself, Nipping in the building. Nice to see you in here. Says big up, not at the game, no. Nah, I'm not at the game myself, at home watching it here from my lovely comfort of my home where it's nice and warm. I wouldn't be wearing this t-shirt if I was the Arsenal shirt if I was out there. It's because it's freezing, as you can see from the attire that Rich and JC are wearing. But big up to yourself, Nippon. I hope you're good and hope you are. And I know you're going to be hoping for an Arsenal loss. Because you are a Chelsea fan, we're rivals, shameless about it. But yeah, if Arsenal win, Arsenal can go up to 3rd place, not in 2nd, because of the goal difference that is between us and Man City. Man City plus 25, Arsenal 17. So there's an 8-goal margin right there between Arsenal and City. And Arsenal aren't going to really creep up on that, are they, today? Well, stranger things have happened, but very unlikely that Arsenal are going to do that. And I've not even brought you the lineup, or I've not even got all the banners set up and everything. I'm really not in a good vein of form this morning, and especially this afternoon. Sorry, it's that late now as the players are walking out. But what I also have, this is the first watch along I've done in a while, so do excuse me for the lack of arrangement, the lack of organization here on the channel. But if you haven't done so already, people, you know what every YouTuber says, everyone who's on here who does content, can you please hit that like button if you haven't done so, because it does help. It really does help getting the channel out there, pushing out to people, especially because I haven't been creating content anywhere near as much as I've done before, hence why I'm very, very rusty at the moment in time. There we go, that's set up. And let me give you the lineups. Actually, I won't be able to show you them as of yet, but on goal for Arsenal, we have number 22, David Raya. He starts in goal for Arsenal, coming in for Ramsdale, who had a very good performance against Liverpool in the FA Cup, but wasn't able to retain his place. Arteta's number 1 has been David Raya, even though he doesn't have the number on his back. That's the one who he trusts. And yeah, he adds a lot in terms of Arsenal building up out of the back, claiming crosses. He clearly prefers him at this moment in time, the Spaniard. So David Raya's in goal. The back 4 of Ben White at right back, William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes as the centre-back pairings. And Alexander Zinchenko returns for Arsenal in that left-back position, and I think that's a big plus, to be honest with you. A lot of it has been made of Zinchenko this season, his poor run of form, which he has been. He's not been anywhere near his best, or the form that we saw last year from Zinchenko. But He's so important to this side, especially coming up against this Crystal Palace low block. When I do bring you that Crystal Palace team, they're a team that sets up in a very defensive shape. You know what Roy Hodgson's going to do, organised, try and hit you on the counter-attack, get the likes of their key players and their speedsters out in the wide areas and the creative players to cause us problems. But Zinchenko is going to be given a lot of time, a lot of freedom, I do believe, to try and progress the ball up the pitch. And he's going to be key in Arsenal getting into the danger areas as quickly as possible, whilst Crystal Palace aren't set in their shape. So Zinchenko returns. The midfield of Declan Rice, the main man who's probably been the player of the season in at that DM, in that pivot role by himself, with Odegaard to his right, the skipper, and Kai Havertz, the much maligned Kai Havertz. Not Arsenal fans haven't really taken him to heart as of yet. He had a good run of form before the last 3 games that we did lose, but we need him to find those goal scoring boots again for Arsenal if we are going to come successful this season, if we're going to be sustaining our title challenge, and if we're going to be a better team than we were last season. So Kai Havertz in there in the midfield. And then the front three of Bukayo Saka to the right, Gabriel Jesus up top. He returns from his small knee injury. And Leandro Trossard starts on the left, comes in for Reece Nelson from the last game and from Martinelli from the last time we played in the Premier League. Big opportunity for Leandro Trossard, who I haven't been that impressed with. When he starts games, very much of an impact player off the bench for the Gunners. And then we also have for Crystal Palace, Dean Henderson in goal, the former Man United man, with Nathaniel Klein at right back, Tyreek Mitchell in at left back. And I'm unsure whether it's going to be a back 3 or a back 2 with Mark Gay and Anderson definitely playing in that back line. But is Chris Richards going to be in there, or is he playing in that defensive midfield role, which we have seen him play before, in the middle next to Jefferson Lerma and Will Hughes in there too, with Emirates Eze and Jeffrey Schlupp out wide, trying to provide support for Jean-Philippe Mateta. Big up everyone that's here right now. We've got Matt G in the building. Big up to yourself. Says, let's go, T. Come on, you Gunners. I am indeed. Come on, you Gunners. The game has just kicked off. So let me get the banner up whilst we're chatting. And Arsenal kicking from left to right in the first half. There's a cross in and William Saliba heads that away. Come on, the Arsenal. Arsenal have a chance to counter already. There's a push in the back. Paul Tierney's the referee. Wonder how we feel about that, guys. But who will you be supporting in the Euros this year, says Nippon. For me, it's definitely England. I always will back England and support the Three Lions, because that is the country I live in, where I lived all my life and where I come from, where I was born. So England. But I'll also be keeping a keen eye on... who else? Who else is in the Euros? Let me think this year. I'm really interested to see how Germany are going to do. But here's Leandro Trossard here on the left, the Belgian international. He will most likely be going to the Euros, trying to take on Nathaniel Klein. Lacks support, but he finds Gabriel Magalhaes. Arsenal entering the Crystal Palace half. Ben White tries to play a ball inside Tyreek Mitchell for Saka, but he hits it too far and it goes out for a goal kick. Let's see how Arsenal do perform in these opening minutes. Saka learned from his mistakes. Big up to yourself, Yo-Yo. Hair dye gone. Exactly. He learned. He made the mistake that Marcus Rashford made, but he learned from it quicker than Sir MBE. He will be a Sir by the end of it in Marcus Rashford. Big up to yourself as well, Shay. Love to see you in here. Matt G says, really want Havertz to have a good performance. Come on, you Gunners. Yay. Big points to prove. I think every single player in the Arsenal team has got a point to prove, apart from Saliba, Rice, you would say, at this moment in time, given how well they performed this season. But everyone else, Saka, Jesus, Trossard, Odegaard even, Havertz, Raya has a point to prove there too. So we've got plenty of players that need to have a good second half to the season if we are to reach our goals. Let me sort out the camera. There we go. Probably a little bit better there. Sorry about the background and everything. As I said, it's been a little bit rushed, but I am glad to be here bringing you a watch along. Big up to yourself, Mange. Says you must. Yeah, we must win today. I can't even deny that. Would you ever celebrate a James Maddison, Conor Gallagher, or a Marcus Rashford England goal? And you know what, Nippon? I would. I'm not like Lee Judges. Big up to Lee Judges. I've spoken to him in the past, and he doesn't celebrate any of the rival players' goals, especially Harry Kane. But for me, I'm able to separate that when I watch England's. Yes, they're my rivals. I may not even like them as individuals, but I actually don't mind any of those three players that you've named there as individuals. But Jesus has done really well there, but the pass out to Trossard wasn't picked out. He did really well to work that between the Crystal Palace midfielders, but he wasn't able to pick out Trossard there. But yeah, definitely I would celebrate their goals. And if they scored in the final, I would probably celebrate like they were playing for Arsenal. What about you, Nippon? Would you celebrate a Bukayo Saka goal? Would you celebrate a Rashford goal? Let me know. Big up to yourself, my sis. It says, love the hat, bro. No, thank you. I do love the hat indeed. The first time I'm rocking it, debuting it on the channel. Yeah, it's a beautiful hat. Nice colours to it. Is it flashing a little bit? Is it? I don't even know. I think it might be the camera, but yeah, appreciate you, my sis. Thank you. Lovely Christmas present indeed. I really do. I love it. I don't know why this keeps flickering. Is my camera flickering? Does it look a-okay? I need a trim. That's another thing I've noticed. Another time I'll be looking out, if another team I'll be looking out for is in Scotland, since I'm also a supporter of Rangers. Fair play. Yeah, I will be keeping an eye on Scotland, of course, a part of the United Kingdom. But yeah, hopefully Scotland do well. As long as they've got a very good team who are performing well. But here's Erdegaard in the box. The ball broke for him, but his first touch wasn't quite there. And that has been a theme of Arsenal in the past few weeks, hasn't it? We're just not quite getting our touches in the box, setting ourselves ready for the shot. We've had a few moments already where we could have caused Crystal Palace some problems without having a shot on goal. Jesus breaking free and could have found Trossard earlier on. And Martin Odegaard just needed to control the ball better, set himself up for the shot. But here's Eze, one of my favourite players to watch in the Premier League. Plays for Crystal Palace, so I'm hoping he doesn't have a good performance today. But he's a fantastic player. Former Arsenal Academy player too. Out to Mitchell. Gives it away. Come on, Saka. No flickering. Thank you, sis. Appreciate that. I'm glad it's all good. It's flickering on my screen. I'm not too sure why. And the top as well was a great present from you. Yes, I would put rivalries aside when it comes to international tournaments. Yeah, you have to. You can't put agendas in there first unless they don't perform. Zinchenko, that's poor. Unless they don't perform for your country, then you can then you can talk after the fact. This player is not as good as what people make out. But yeah, rivalries aside, the players have managed to do it in recent years, so why can't the fans? Come on, Arsenal. Need the 3 points. That's the first thing. First and foremost, 3 points is needed. Goals is what would be the cherry on top of the cake, and try and instill some confidence, belief into the fan base, into the players themselves, which is what I feel like is the most important. And Mikel Arteta, because it doesn't look like we're going to sign a striker in this January window. We definitely know that we need one. Great switch from Zinchenko out to Saka here on the right side. Tereak Mitchell defended well. We've seen Tereak Mitchell have good games against Bukayo Saka previously. Not so much last year. Saka had the better of him last year, I'd say. There's Odegaard, well defended by Mark Gay. Another player who's been linked to Arsenal in the past, and Arsenal hold an interest in. Not sure if we'll make a move in this summer. Depends on the price for him, really, but he would come in and be providing competition for the likes of Gabriel and our big man at there, who's probably another player of the year candidate in William Saliba. Well played from Zinchenko there. Gets it out to Kai Havertz. Plays it into Erdegaard, who's got players around him. Tries to flick one through to Havertz. Jesus, left foot off balance over the bar. But that's better from Arsenal. And it all started from Alexander Zinchenko playing that ball forward, being aggressive with his pass, finding Havertz. So Havertz did well to find Erdegaard, who was in a congested area, but was able to flick something out for Jesus, who was off balance, had enough Crystal Palace bodies around him to cause him enough trouble there as he hits it over the bar. But 7 minutes gone. That's the first shot we've had. Not on target yet, but Arsenal setting their stall out. We know that Arsenal are going to be the protagonists in this game. Crystal Palace are the ones who are going to try and defend well and hit us on a counter-attack. And that's probably been a theme already in the first opening 7 minutes. Havertz wins a free kick. Declan Rice. We've seen a few little dribbles from Declan Rice already. I wonder how refreshed the players are from their trip in Dubai. Seeing Zinchenko start is a big plus for me because he was a doubt coming into this game. But Arteta doesn't really give much away, does he, when it comes to injuries? The guy trying to find Jesus. Henderson's out there to clear, but it comes straight back to Arsenal. Benny, white. I do like the goalkeeper kit this year. I've never bought a goalkeeper's kit. Has any of you bought a keeper's kit? Unless you are playing a goalkeeper. I wouldn't imagine not many people who would buy a keeper's kit. But I do like the black one too. The black one of this year is very nice. The blue one. And I saw news that Arsenal could be one of the teams releasing a fourth kit next season. We know the reason why Arsenal and clubs will want to do that, obviously for financial and merchandise benefits, the monetary gains you get from that. Ooh, good ball from Zinchenko. He's got into Trossard. Trossard tries to swing one into the box. It's blocked by Nathaniel Klein and Arsenal get a corner. And that is why Alexander Zinchenko is in the team. It was a fantastic pass from the Ukrainian to set Trossard away. He probably should have done better trying to pick out his man. He was well defended from Nathaniel Klein. But that was brilliant from Zinchenko. Great pass there. Declan Rice is on the corner. I haven't seen him take too many. I've seen him take a few for us. And I know he used to take them for West Ham. But we usually see Declan Rice in the box trying to win those headers or score goals like he did against United. But he's the one taking his set piece here. Declan Rice swings one in towards Gabriel. 1-0 Arsenal! Gabriel Magalhaes! The highest goal-scoring centre-back in the Premier League since he stepped foot into the country. And he's gone and added another again. Arsenal have taken the lead early in this game from a set piece. Declan Rice swung one in onto the head of Gabriel Magalhaes, one of our three Angel Gabriels that we have in this team. Fantastic header. Rises above Chris Richards, who has absolutely no chance. We've seen him score with his head against Liverpool. It's a fantastic header from Gabriel. I love this man, who I was seeing on the timeline earlier today. People slandering his name. I've spoken to Man United fans as well. People aren't the biggest fans of Gabriel Magalhaes. I don't think he's that good. I don't think he's as good as a defender. Well, guess what? He's a fantastic defender. And he also scores a lot of goals in the other penalty box. Fantastic defender in both boxes. And he scores for Arsenal here in the 11th minute to give us the lead. Gabriel Magalhaes for the Arsenal. And that's a great start. And that will calm a lot of the Arsenal fans' nerves. But guess what, people? We want more goals. We don't want to settle with just the one. Arsenal from a set piece. Arsenal set piece goals is cash money, baby. Of course we're scoring that one. Oh, I'm freaking behind. Don't you worry. You might have to pause my stream, sis. That's a good idea. Pause my stream until you catch up. And because I'll tell you what, I'm on the 11th minute, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. 12 minutes. That's what I'm on. Big up to yourself as well, Louis, in the building. Nice seeing you here, people. And big up Paxton in the building. Realist is in here too. Bebe scored yesterday and T doing a watch along today. 2024 is a very weird year. So but so far I'm not complaining. And then yeah, it is a weird year. You don't see many watch alongs or Bebe goals. Yeah. So it is a weird year already. Big up to yourself, Pax, though. And he says fourth kit. Dead. I know. We know what it is. Mary Earps is the only goalkeeper kit worth buying, especially when she's going to be playing for the Arsenal. But here's Kai Havertz now. Switches it out to Bukayo Saka out here to the right. It's got Ben White coming for the overlap. There's Benjamin White. Tries to cut one back. But Arsenal get another corner. And the Arsenal boys are purring. Come on. Eze defending well there. Bloody Palace says realist. Text yellow goal. Bozo jeans. He ain't got no bozo gene. That's my centre back. Tell me a bozo moment he's had this season. He hasn't. He hasn't indeed. I won't feel confident until we're 5-0 up in the 85th minute. I'm with you there too. I'm a whole 40 seconds behind. I know. I know how it is when watching them on the stream thing. Crossing. Oh! He's hit the bar. I can't believe that. So that it was a cross in. It was like headed away, but onto the back of Havertz. Yeah, headed away by Rich. No, it's by on Mitchell's head, and then it hits the where the crossbar and post meets. It was from Jefferson Lerma. Big up, Chatham and my brother Tereak. Big up to yourself, realist. Bless up, my brother. Nice seeing you here. It's nice. It's gonna be early, isn't it? Early in the morning there in Trini. It's gonna be early over there. What time is it? Where is it? Where are people watching? I know we've got a few people in the UK, so I know what time it is here. Well, what time is it if you are in the UK watching now? Come on, Arsenal. So it's okay. So it's not that early. Well, so we got a 4-hour difference. I thought it was more than that, but yeah, it is still early though. Too early for football. Rice. Into Saliba. Look at this high risky play. Crystal Palace trying to hit us with that high press. Brilliant, Ben. Excellent, Arsenal. Well played. It's not a great pass from Erdegaard, though. Erdegaard sold him short there. But here's Mark Gahey, who does what and wins a free kick there too. I think that's a soft free kick given him by Paul Tierney there. And I'm not sure that's a foul, to be honest. But Erdegaard's pass sold him short. Erdegaard today, it's been a bit sloppy, don't you think? I know it's like 15 minutes into the game, but his touch when he was in the box was a bit sloppy, giving it away there when there wasn't really any pressure. Yeah, and that's resulted in a free kick to Crystal Palace, and they've got an opportunity to try and equalise in a dangerous position. Eze clips one in, tries to find Chris Richards, headed away by Trossard now. Here's Joachim Andersen. Out in this right wing position in an unfamiliar territory for a centre back. Fakes the cross, but he does put it in with his left in the end. Headed up by Havertz and away by Zinchenko, where Eze will pick up the ball up against Zinni. Here's Eze now. Crystal Palace trying to work this out. Arsenal got all players behind the ball at this moment in time. Here's Eze, all 11. Defending. Arsenal tend to defend. Well, a lot of people say that we're the best team out of possession, not just in the Premier League, but in Europe. We are very organised. A lot of the goals that we've conceded of late have come from set pieces or in transition. But when we set up well, like Crystal Palace, we've just literally forced them all the way back to Dean Henderson, who only goes and kicks it out for a throw-in. I think that little sequence there is the perfect reason why Arsenal are the best team out of possession in the league this season. Hard to really create many chances against them. When the chances do come, it is in transition. Hence why a lot of teams come and face us with a low block. That's the best way to try and beat us. West Ham did it. Fulham didn't. They played better than us. They were the better team on the day. That was kind of an anomaly type of game. But even Aston Villa, out of possession, hit us on the transition. I know they didn't play in a deep low block. But yeah, we were the better team in terms of performance in there. And they relied on us missing plenty of chances. And the same goes for Liverpool too. Being up since 6:30 a.m. Hey, early bird gets the worm. And you went bed late as well, I'm sure. You went bed late because we was playing pro clubs. Ouch, really, where you're at in Trinidad and Tobago. Palace could drop to 16th if they lose, and the teams below win the games in hand, and relegation trouble packs. Do you think that they're in a relegation fight? It's hard, really, because when knowing Everton are probably going to get another points deduction pending. Well, good pressure by Gabriel there on Chris Richards. Excellent, Gabriel. That's my centre back in a left wing position. Come on. That's a foul surely on him. And he says, get up. Shut up, Paul Tierney. I don't like the referees in this league, but he's one of the ones I dislike the most. Look at that defending from Gabriel there. Is it a foul? I mean, he's all over him. Surely. He stinks, book that Bozo says realist. Al Etifak approach Everton to ask Abdullah Doucouré as one of their top targets to replace Henderson. Do you know what? Pax, saying it right now mid-season, of course, the first thing you'd say is no, Everton aren't going to sell at this point. But because of their financial situation, with FFP, profit and sustainability and everything there, they might be forced to sell. They might have no choice. So interesting. We'll have to see how that one develops. But with Crystal Palace, I don't think they're in a relegation dogfight just because of the deductions for Forest and Everton pending. And then Burnley and Sheffield United being there also. So it's not going to be a great season for them, I don't think. But they're going to be in the Premier League next year. Yeah, because of those 4 teams. 2 of them going to get points deductions. And the other 2 are just poor and below the level of most teams. Luton could stay up, though. Here's Havertz in the box. Joachim Andersen getting tight to him, but that's brilliant play from Kai Havertz. Jesus out on his left into Trossard now. Can Trossard work something there? And then he's all over him in the back of him, but it's offside. Who was offside there? Was it Havertz or Trossard or Jay? No, I don't think it was Jesus because Havertz played it back. So it's either Havertz or Trossard that was offside there. They're just talking about this goal now. Chris Richards, not strong enough, got bullied by Gabriel Magalhaes. Bullied. That's what we like to see. I thought just before the season, Palace started. I thought just before the season started, Palace would be just about fighting relegation. They have a few good ballers, but the standard has moved levels about Palace. Yeah, I hear you. But here's Jeffrey Schlupp right now. Before we carry on, in some good space here on this right hand side into Eze. Left to Mitchell. Mitchell whips one in, and that's an easy claim for David Raya. But yeah, I hear you. The level has dropped at Palace this season. Losing Zaha's big, not really replacing him. Excellent pass, Ben White into Bukayo Saka, who tries to find Jesus, and Chris Richards clears it. It looked like from this angle, it could have been going towards his own goal, but I don't think the pass was good enough from Bukayo Saka. I'm not even sure if the pass was on in there, but do you know what pass was on? And it was an excellent one from Ben White. Yeah, the pass. Yeah, he's offside anyway, so I'm kind of glad he cleared it. And Arsenal get a corner. I'm not sure if Bukayo Saka was onside in that position either. Big up to yourself, Mr. Joker. Long time no see, my brother. Fellow Gooner in the place, but I hope you keep him well out there in Ireland if you are still based there. But he says, morning tea. How's the form on this miserable Saturday? Not so miserable now. Arsenal have scored and had the opportunity to go again with Gabriel. But yeah, it is very cold, very cloudy here in the UK. A real mid-January type of day here in the UK. But now Arsenal winning, I'm feeling much, much better. Gabriel, that's a 50p head there. He's looking the other way and the ball goes the opposite direction. Yeah, terrible header, but you can cut him some slack as the fact that we're in the lead is because of him. If Palace lose Elise and don't replace him with someone as good and get their level throughout the squad up next season, they could be on the rope still. 100% Pax, 100%, because it does look like Elise will be leaving. Added that release clause into his new contract that he signed, which was, the release clause in the previous contract was 40 million, and now it's gone up to in the 60 range. That's what's being reported. Losing Elise potentially may lose Eze as well. And they're not it's going to be hard for Palace to directly replace him in the quality, but you got to get in someone who has the potential of an Elise or Eze. That, when Eze and Elise came in, they weren't seen to be at the level that they are now, but they established themselves in the Premier League at Palace. So they're going to have to try and be clever and creative in the market, similar to Brighton. They're rivals, and it's not Palace fans won't like to hear that, linking them to Brighton, but they're the team they need to aspire to be like at this moment. Havertz, that's very soft. That is that's never a foul there, lads. Yeah, that was very soft, Havertz. I don't know why he falling into the box like that, son. Referee, I think he gives it for handball in the end. Anderson, yeah, it's not a major in the back. A little nudge, but a fair nudge. So, nah. Havertz, no. You're never going to get a penalty for that. Have to be clever and creative in the market, Palace do. And improve. Oh. Arteta, Gabriel's down holding his face. Referee has given us the free kick in the end. Yeah, elbow in the chin. Yeah, is a foul. Nothing more than that. I don't even think it's a yellow card because there's no intention behind it or anything. But it's just, sloppy play from Arteta. Richards came from Bayern Munich, right? He needed more of the Bavaria training, it seems. Yeah, from Bayern Munich to Palace. He's not one of the first names in the team sheet. And if Palace had all their players fit, would he even be playing today? Most likely not, because Decore would be there playing in the midfields, as well as alongside Jefferson Lerma. So, yeah, he's not on the level, really. He's a good... I mean, Palace like him as a squad player, but beyond that, not so much. Jesus brought the ball back onto the pitch, trying to delay the play. But is Arsenal now pressing Palace? Dean Henderson just goes long towards Jeffrey Schlupp. But one thing that you got, another bit of defensive praise that you have to give to Zinchenko. He's very good in the air. He wins his aerial duels. He's got a big... All right, Trossard. Trossard just slapped the ball with his hand then. That was... And Jesus is offside. Referee, surely you saw that. Trossard just slapped the ball with his hand. But yeah, Richards ain't really at the level to be improving them. They need improvements in the first team, not in the squad. Every team needs squad depth too, but because Palace aren't in Europe and they're not fighting on multiple fronts, that first team 11 needs improving. Like right back, I seen a video that Palace have used the same 3 right backs in Wan-Bissaka, Klein, and Joel Ward since 2008. 2008, they had Nathaniel Klein, Joel Ward rotating, and then had Aaron Wan-Bissaka in between. That's ridiculous. They need a new right back. They need another left back to challenge Tyreek Mitchell. They've got no depth there, but Tyreek Mitchell's good enough. So definitely a right back. A striker is definitely needed. And for me, a winger, another winger. And that would improve them massively and probably get them into proper mid-table positions, like your 10th places, like your 11th, up in them places, and trying to maybe knock on the door for European competition if you have a good season and overachieve. Arsenal working it well. Saka, brilliant ball into Havertz, sets it for Odegaard. He's got Trossard to the left, and he does play it to the Belgian. Here's Leandro Trossard, positive running from, he should have played that into Odegaard there, went for the shot, and Eze picks up the loose ball. He should have played that pass, man. Eze, excellently carried by Abira Eze. But Trossard, man, you've got to play that pass. A little simple pass into Odegaard to the right of you. Although we are 1-0 up, we're still showing that wrong decision making in the final third throughout the Arsenal team. Not just blaming Trossard, Odegaard lacking that touch in the box as well to even get a strike on goal. Saka trying to pick out Jesus when he was probably better off just trying to delay a little bit, wait for more bodies to go forward. Yeah, we're still not our brilliant best in front of goal, but let's hope that we can get towards it. Here's Jesus trying to get there, and Will Hughes clears. Still 1-0 to the Arsenal. As 27 minutes gone. Bossard playing basketball. I love it. Yeah, he was there. The referee didn't see it. To be fair, from the angle that I saw, it looked like there was bodies around him, and that was a body in front of him that prevented him from seeing that there. But yeah, definitely slapped it, which is fortunate for us because he was in a kind of dangerous area. But Dalot gets 2 yellows in seconds. Even this descent thing, refs can't get right. Yeah, they can't. They can't. It's a joke. Martinelli fell victim to it last year, but the descent thing, it's very inconsistent with how they give yellow cards out. Captains get away with it more. I remember seeing a clip of Van Dijk saying to the ref, "Have you been drinking?" Like, I'm sure that's more of a form of dissent than doing that to them, asking if a referee's been drinking, but he never got a booking or anything. But yeah, they're not good at that either. Declan Rice, that's a poor ball. Just lacking a little bit of quality, maybe match sharpness, you'd say, in the opening 30 minutes in the game. You know, it's been 13 days since we last played. Didn't even play a game. You know, Arsenal like to, when they have a little bit of a break, like to play a game behind closed doors, but nothing was reported on that. So it was a proper 2-week break, just with training in Dubai. Here's Trossard, nods it forward, tries to find Jesus. Havertz picks up the loose ball, but Gabriel Jesus is offside again. Who's up front for Arsenal? Are you sure it's Gabriel Jesus? Because he's moving a bit like, was he offside? I'm not. I don't actually think Jesus was offside. Then I don't think he was offside. Nah, mate. This is the thing. Referees again, Pax. I'm going to complain again when we're talking about referees. I'm glad I've still got that comment on here because we saw last weekend Edison pick up an injury. Oh, Declan Rice has fouled Eze there on the edge of the box in a dangerous position. Eze picked up a few fouls there. I think Rice may have got a touch on the ball. I think Rice got a touch on the ball there, but referee's giving it as a free kick, dangerous area. David Raya trying to set up his wall. We know they haven't got Elise, so Eze will be the one taking this. He's dangerous from set pieces. Then the Palace number 10, England international now here too. Mm-hmm. Saka new hair, way better than that Rashford crap he had. I know it is better. Mark is in the building, another Trini Man United fan. All of these Dwight York kids. I'm joking. Matt Sharpness about to be an equalizer, says Mark. He's hoping. Mark is the Arsenal hater. I call Mark. That's what he is. There's a proper Man United fan who hates Arsenal. Eze hits the wall, but Nathaniel Klein has a shot. Hits Mateta. Surely Mateta was offside there. Are we not getting the offside now? But that could have went anywhere in that situation. From good strike from Nathaniel Klein, deflected off an Arsenal player, I believe. Eze smacks the wall. Yeah, Mateta's offside. Yeah, he's offside. It's a poor touch from Mateta, but he's offside anyway, so it wouldn't have counted. We have legends that represented US from Trinidad as well as how lucky to be Trini. I hear you, man. Go on. Winnie. Jesus, what you on the floor for, lad? Saliba, Gabriel, good climb, Gabriel. Ben White just goes down the line. Crystal Palace throwing. What is the statistic? Pax, what's the... I can't even get my words out. What are the stats looking like in this game? The statistics. Played Saka. Jefferson Lerma wins the ball fairly for me. Arsenal crowd don't think so, but I think it's fair. Oh, Mateta. Doesn't get the better of Saliba there. He was wanting the free kick. Played Saliba. Cool, calm, collected. Raya gives it away though to Jefferson Lerma. Big save by Raya in the end. It was his mistake. He's the one who gave the ball away. But he took it early, Jefferson Lerma, and Arsenal being the makers of their own downfall yet again. It's a poor kick by David Raya. I don't think the pass from Saliba does well, but he caught that. Nice. Jefferson Lerma. He tries to sneak it past the near post with a little outside of the boot shot. Forces the save from David Raya. But Arsenal being the makers of their own downfall, but Crystal Palace have a corner. Ebira Eze with an in-swinger on this left-hand side. Trying to get it on top of David Raya, but it can't get past the near post where Kai Havertz nods it out for a throw-in. Matt G says, Raya is just trying to spice up the half. I think he is. Crystal Palace haven't really done anything in the Arsenal box. So he's like, oh, you know what? Let me give myself some work to do. That's probably what it is. Trying to keep himself warm. It is freezing out there. Well plays Zinchenko, wins the ball. Arsenal have an opportunity to counter-attack now. Trossard out to Gabriel Jesus on the left. Crystal Palace have got bodies back quickly. Jesus fouled. Arsenal have a free kick and a crossing opportunity in this left half space out on the edge of the... Well, it's not that close to the... I mean, they could shoot from there. It is a shooting area, but it's probably a bit too far out. Jesus tempts the challenge from Lerma, who gives the free kick away. Jefferson Lerma, serial fouler. Picks up a lot of yellow cards as well. When you look on if you have him in the FPL team, yeah, he's guaranteed a -1 every week he plays. Like a Caicedo, like a João Palhinha. Only Ronaldo can shoot from there. What about Bebe, Mark? What about Bebe? Who else? There's plenty of players. Juninho, Roberto Carlos. You know, them team there. Plenty of players can shoot from there. Any players of today? So Dominic Szoboszlai certainly could. Arsenal players? Nah, we don't really have like a long shot player like that. Odegaard. Yeah, he's very good at long shots, but he doesn't really shoot from free kicks. But he swings one in to Tyreek, and Tyreek Mitchell heads it clear. Ben White's going to be picking up the loose ball. He watches it out for a throw-in. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Ben White into Odegaard on his right channel. Good feet into Saka. Intricate play here from the Gunners. Zinchenko switches it out to Trossard. I think Zinchenko's had a brilliant start to this game in the first 35. Trossard, early cross. Finds Odegaard in the box. Good touch from the skipper. Into Saka. Wins a corner. It's great defending there from Palace, though. Tyreek Mitchell in particular. Very good defender. They don't make them like that so much anymore. That's true, Mark. They don't. Coaches don't like players to take long shots. You don't really see many players that take many long shots anymore. Jurgen Klopp's teams tend to. Liverpool always do. But Man City, Arsenal, they like to try and work it into the areas of maximum opportunity. Closest I've seen is Valverde. Very good player. I love Federico Valverde! Is that Gabriel again? I think it may have hit Gabriel's hand. Was that a goal? Was that a Gabriel goal? He ain't really celebrating like that. Did he hit his hand or something? 2-0 Arsenal. I'm not going to celebrate just yet. It may have hit his hand or something. I'm not sure. There's not really serious celebrations like that. Let's have a look. VAR will definitely have a look at this. It was a brilliant cross from Bukayo Saka. Nah. That's not enough. And I think it doesn't hit Gabriel's hand. Straight off of his head, off of the back of Henderson's head. And I think that might be another goal. Not Bolzo again, says Realist. Yes, it is. But I don't know if it's going to be a goal for Gabriel. It might be an own goal. Leave us alone, VAR. VAR will have a look at it. So I'm not going to update anything yet. As soon as I'll cheer once I see That's going to be confirmed. Henderson's asking for a free kick. I don't think that's a free kick. I think that's weak goalkeeping, personally. Goal given! Come on! Gabriel again! Magalhaes! 2-0 to the Arsenal. Oh, yes, it is that bozo. Again, they've given it to Henderson on goal. Nah, man, I'm giving it to Gabriel. Nah, man. Get Gabriel's goal. Man, not Henderson's own goal. Henderson won't want it anyway. Give it Gabriel. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Yes, says Matt G. Indeed. And really, he's like, not that bozo again. But now you're starting to... No. 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in football, they say. But yeah, it is a dangerous lead. I know people say, oh, that's not really true. 1-0 is more dangerous. No, 2-0 is, because you can lead yourself into a full sense of security and momentum changes. But Arsenal playing through the pressure here. Arsenal relaxing a little bit now. The tension starting to leave these players. You can see already. Just can't look at Zinchenko. Like, relax, man. Calm down. Hey, Zinchenko and Gabriel have been brilliant today. I think both of them have been. Boo, poor ref goalkeeping. We're struggling. But here's Gabriel Jesus now on his right channel and tries to find Havertz at the back post, but Mark Gay makes the block, and Crystal Palace players are looking a little bit shaken up at the moment as Arsenal take the throw in quickly. Jesus into Erdegaard. Will Hughes there wins it back, but Jesus says, nah, give me back my football. And Gabriel Jesus does excellently there and wins the free kick for Arsenal. Big up Monzi in the place. Hope you're keeping good and well. I wanted our attackers to score, but I'll take this. Exactly. Henderson on goal. I'll take it, says Paxton. Look at this hating behavior. You're playing Palace. Oh, you're only playing Palace, mate, not Real Madrid. Do me a favor, please. But now, listen. Did you beat Crystal Palace in the Premier League? Answer me this question. When Crystal Palace rocked up at your stadium, what was the score? Keep up the pressure. Exactly. He's a Man United fan, if you want to wonder, people. I remember being 1-0 Joachim Anderson slapping into the top corner. Thank you very much. Those who live in glass houses should never throw stones. But Saka whips one in. Go into Zinchenko. Clips it again. Tries to find Gabriel. And Zinchenko with a scissor kick. It was... Ooh. I saw Saka land a bit funny there. Zinchenko went for that scissor kick that he did score against, was it Burnley, when he scored that scissor kick like that? He nearly went to Gabriel again. Gabriel could have been, debating whether he had a hat-trick or not. I want to see Saka, though, because Saka landed awkwardly then. And we saw Trent hyperextend his knee in that situation. He looks all right, though, Bukayo. Played Benjamin. Saka tries to switch it. Nathaniel Klein wins it. Schlupp in a shooting position here, shoots, but it's a tame effort into the hands of David Raya. Gabriel Jesus got 20 goals in a Premier League tee. Now look at your centre-back, Gabriel. Exactly that. Now, Gabriel isn't scoring 20 goals, but a combination of Gabriels might score 20 goals for us. How many goals is that now? You've got to give that to Gabriel Magalhaes in the end. I feel like it was still going in. I know it hit the back of Henderson's head, but I still feel like the shot was on target and it would have went in if Henderson wasn't there. But who is it? The decision makers that decide if the goals are given to. Jesus is down. He's holding his head. I'm just hoping he ain't holding his knee at least. Has an Arsenal defender ever scored a hat trick? That is a great question. I'm about to have a look. Has an Arsenal defender? I don't think so. Has an Arsenal defender ever attacked? I saw ever scored a hat trick. I don't think so. There's an article from The Guardian that was back in 2019. Nah, Arsenal defender has never scored a hat-trick. Interesting. Hey, Gabriel Magalhaes on a hat-trick, yeah? If my centre-back scores a hat-trick before Sir Marcus Rashford MBE in the Premier League, we're going to have some serious discussions. Serious. Your title contenders, though, we're not top 10 contenders this season. Hey, I weren't hearing that at the start of the season. I was hearing United fans saying we're going to finish above Arsenal. Not sensible ones. Not shouting like Pax and that. Pax is sensible. Realist is sensible. Yeah. But I was hearing plenty of United fans say that. Especially after the preseason win that you guys got. You know, we don't play friendlies. You know, that we don't play friendlies, Ten Hag army. But yeah. Exactly, Matt G. Let's go, Gabby. Get a hat trick. You imagine Graham Potter's there. What's Graham Potter doing? Is he just enjoying the mighty Arsenal in his little gap between man and jobs with his sons there too? Is he the potential Crystal Palace next manager? Oh no. Our fan base 98% crackheads. You are right. I think a lot of fan bases are Arsenal are here too. There is Arsenal fans that are like that. Matt G will agree with me. Bro, no discussion needed. You know what Rashford's level is. I hear you. I know what you think of Rashford as well, really. Exactly. Big up Sean in the building over in JA, and he says good win. He's conceded defeat already. Good win for Arsenal. Hey. Yeah, it's gonna be. I don't see Palace coming back. But Sean, I don't know why I'm doing it against Arsenal. But did you think that you were gonna come back from 2-0 down against Manchester City? Stranger things have happened. So that's why I'm not singing that we've won the game already. That we got 43 points. Them team there now. Get them. What are the pigeons doing on the pitch? But yeah. I ain't singing that yet. Give us a third goal. As Matt G says, until we hit 5 and we're in the 85th minute, I ain't relaxing. And even then, if we conceded to make it 5-1, I wouldn't be happy. I want a clean sheet. Good switch from Trossard out to Saka, who's isolated 1v1 against Tereak Mitchell. Out to Ben White, swings one in, headed away easily by Joachim Andersen. Eze has a chance to break for Crystal Palace here. It was a poor ball from Ben White, but here's Abire Eze up against Ben White, and he tries to cut inside, but Benjamin White defends that really well there. You expect better from Abire Eze. Saliba gives it away. Erdegaard tries to pick up the loose ball. Here's Jefferson Lerma with a shot now. Stings the palms of David Raya, but not in really to trouble the Spanish international. Hiatus is the word. Yeah, it is a hiatus. Yeah. We always do that against City. Yeah, that's your stadium. That is the Etihad. That is yours. Now, Roy gave up before the game started with his comments with the team lineup. He definitely did. Look at the empty seats now in the Emirates. All of you people gone for your hot dog. Why can I almost see the cannon? That's poor. I don't like when Arsenal fans do that. I don't like it, especially in them stands. They're the best places to sit in the stadium. Most expensive tickets. Why is it so empty? But you guys are doing well. Yeah, I think we have done well in this game. I think Zinchenko has been excellent. And there's a ball switched out to Saka. Saka will keep that in. Up against 1v1 against Tereak Mitchell. He's in the box now. Because Saka crosses one. Headed away by Joachim Andersen. He's done that well today. Here's Erdegaard into Rice. Back to Erdegaard. In towards Kai Havertz. Headed away by Chris Richards. And then cleared by Lerma. But he can't find Mateta. Saliba has been brilliant as well, by the way. Saliba's been excellent. But when is he not? Here's Havertz. Into Trossard! Over the bar. That's a corner, though. That's definitely a corner. It was well defended. I don't know why the ref's not giving a corner there. It was a clear deflection. But that was brilliant football. What a pass by Gabriel Jesus to find Trossard. I'm sure that did hit off Mark Gay. Am I blind? Yeah, that definitely hit off Mark Gay. Arsenal should have a corner. That's brilliant football, though. Arsenal, no fans like City. I hear you. There's no fans like City, man. Yeah, we're moving like it's the empty had here. I don't like it. Oh, that's brilliant, Saka. Aye, Havertz. Dodgy touch there, son. It was a difficult ball to control, but when you're getting paid 200, 300 grand a week, I want you to be controlling the ball in them situations. We've got 1 minute left of the half until it's half time. Then we'll discuss how that first half has gone for the Arsenal. Let me get the statistics up for the game. Excuse me. Statistics and lineups. Yeah, we've got about 30 seconds left. Defensively, I think we've been really good. The only chance really that Crystal Palace had was that long shot from Jefferson Lerma, and that came from an Arsenal mistake. But can we end the half well too? Advantage played. Out to Gay. And Paul Tierney blows for half time. And Arsenal go into half time with a 2-goal lead. 2 goals for me. I'm saying 2 goals, but definitely at least 1 goal by Gabriel Magalhaes. 2 goals from set pieces once again from Arsenal. No goals from open play, but Arsenal will take that. We have looked better, sharper. Zinchenko has been brilliant for me in that first half. And so has William Saliba there too. We talk about defenders once again for Arsenal. The attackers haven't quite been at their brilliant best. We still got another 45 minutes to see that, and Arsenal attackers to try and get themselves on the goal sheet. But Arsenal fans are going to be delighted and have to be with that going into the halftime lead with a 2-goal lead. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Those of you neutrals, how you think the game's gone. It's not been particularly enthralling or entertaining. It's just played out exactly how we kind of thought it would with Arsenal. And Crystal Palace have been poor. A poor side. Defended well, yeah. Joachim Andersen heading the ball clear and setting Eze in the counter attack, but they haven't posed anywhere near as a threat on the counter attack as Roy Hodgson would have hoped for, and so would the Crystal Palace fans. But yeah, Arsenal defended well and recovered, and we tend to always recover well too. This is the lineup that we do have and that we've gone with. Yeah, they have given it to 2 goals for Gabriel in the end. I love to see that on a hat trick. That could happen. But let me see your thoughts here in the chat before I go into some of the statistics from what we've seen in the game and see if it paints a good picture. Roy should F off. I don't know why he's still here. There's a big feeling about that with the Palace fans. And Sean, you're one of many. Speaking to Rich and JC from Eagle Eye Football, they don't like the comments that he's made in his presser. In previous comments, talking about young players, throwing them under the bus, and then also not praising them. Very weird behaviour from Roy Hodgson and his football. He did a very good job coming in from Patrick Vieira last season. Steadied the ship a little bit, but to keep him there and let him continue was a poor decision, really. And it shows a lack of creativity and a lack of real long-term vision, I would say, from the Crystal Palace board, whether that's John Textor or whether that's Steve Parish at the helm. It's not good long-term planning. You want to get a manager a lot of fans loved Patrick Vieira because that's a progressive manager, a young manager, is trying to make a name, who is trying to play good football. It didn't work out. That's fine. That happens. You move on. You get Roy Hodgson in at the helm, steadies the ship, and then whilst he's there giving you that stability, then you go and look to bring in a Graham Potter or someone elsewhere. I know he was linked with Adi Hutter, who is the manager of Monaco now, but that's what you need to get. I'm really manager that can take your club to the next level, that can make your fans believe and get you excited about watching Palace. Whereas Palace fans aren't excited at this moment in time. Whereas Arsenal fans, again, we've scored 2 goals, 2 of them from set pieces. We know how dangerous we are and scored the most goals from set pieces already this season. But we want to see a little bit more with our attack. Trossard getting into some good positions, as well as Jesus, and Saka's got into a good position once or twice. But we're not really creating anything of clear note yet. And that's a little bit of a concern. I mean, in terms of the game, I don't think it is. We've got this game under control. And as long as we can defend well, now that we've scored the 2 goals, and there'll be opportunities there because Palace will have to try at least at one point, attack us a little bit, and they'll leave space in behind. Then we can have something to really go at. But yeah, I want to see a bit more sharpness, fluidity from the Arsenal attackers, midfielders, Havertz, Odegaard, Jesus, Trossard, and Saka. That's what I need to see more of. But yeah, I can't complain about that. To be fair, they're probably thinking it's an easy win, so didn't show up. I hear you that we got it under control. It's not a game that we need to really expend a lot. We've got our next game is in 10 days against Nottingham Forest. So we've got another break after having like 13 days off. So we've got another 10 days until we play Nottingham Forest because we're out of the FA Cup, and the FA Cup's the next game next weekend. He needs to put on França and Ozil. Yeah, Ozil, when he came on for the injured Joel Ward against Man City, I did watch that game and that 3 o'clock kickoff. He was impressive. Brilliant players, got a bright future, and that Crystal Palace Academy, one of the best academies in the country, produces a lot of good talent out there. And Mateus França, highly rated, signed him from Brazil, very young, came in with an injury, but hasn't really been given many opportunities. And Roy Hodgson just doesn't trust these youngsters. It's a big criticism of his now, and that's what Palace fans aren't happy about. And surely the club can't be either. They can't be, because they've invested so much in this academy, and they're very proud of it. You got to use it in opportunities like this where you've got so many injuries, and you've got players that are certainly good enough from there. So I don't see why not. Great for my FPL, but he's still a bozo. So you got Gabriel Magalhaes in your FPL team. Same here. Him and Saliba. He's gonna get ridiculous amounts of points if he gets a clean sheet here too. It's dreaming. To be fair, we're not playing bad, just needs more creativity up front. Yeah, I hear you on that. Eze's not been good in this game, and Eze is one of my favorite players. I keep repeating it, and I always say it. He's not been great, but he's been an isolated figure. Jean-Philippe Mateta is not a striker that's really going to be linking up. He's a good hold-up player and a chaotic nuisance, but yeah, Jeffrey Schlupp's not a winger, not a wide man who's going to be creating much. No one in that midfield is going to be creating much for Crystal Palace either. And Will Hughes and Jefferson Lerma. Will Hughes, okay on the ball. Jefferson Lerma's there for his defensive duties and his capabilities. And you've not got fullbacks that are, really adventurous going forward. So very isolated figure, Abida Eze. So it's too much responsibility on him. I hear you there, Sean. But they're just showing the Arsenal goals again. And it's a good ball in from Declan Rice. But the way that he towers above Chris Richards there was excellent. And they're just showing how Leandro Trossard was there as a blocker against Joachim Andersen, who's definitely their best defender in the air, which left Gabriel up against Chris Richards. That was clever. Wells organised set piece. And Nicholas Yova, our set piece coach, has done it again. He's done it again. Oh, Nicholas Yova. Love him. Love him to bits. And he's made a real impact. And if it weren't for Nicholas Yova, mate, where would we be? Would we even be in the top 4 this year? But yeah, big up. Big up to Nicholas Yova. And then they're just showing again. The corner was from the opposite side here. Saka whipping it in. Henderson, weak goalkeeping. It is weak. Yeah, Ben White's there and he's leaning up against him, but I don't think he's obstructing him that much. He just needs to move him out of the way. Goalkeepers have got arms, so they've got that to their game. What is he doing? Trying to punch there. They're still showing it as a Henderson on goal on TNT, but for me, that's definitely a Gabriel Magalhaes goal. And it's Arsenal 2-0 to the Gunners. I haven't looked at the statistics yet. Let's have a look at them now. So XG 1 point, yeah, I guess that last goal in particular has really lifted up the XG stats. But possession, Arsenal 64% to Crystal Palace 36, and you'd probably say Arsenal have had the majority of the possession in the Crystal Palace half, and really trying to play it around there. And Crystal Palace setting up well in their bank of back five, really, and then bank of four in the middle in front of them. Arsenal 8 attempts, Crystal Palace is 6. A lot of those attempts from Crystal Palace have been long shots. I know one of the shots on target that they had, well, I think two of them, or three of their shots on target, in fact, have come from shots from distance. Got more shots on target than we have because we've got into the box. We've got into dangerous positions, but Jesus hitting it over. Trossard hitting the ball over as well. So yeah, those have been, we've not been creating outright chances again in open play, but it's going to be, you're not really going to be expected to create that many against this type of Crystal Palace team. But yeah, just a little bit better, something that we need to improve on in the second half. Get a bit more fluidity. Match sharpness should be there. You got 45 minutes in your legs. Now let's try and create a little bit more. And the other stats are a bit, yeah, not great. Like dangerous attacks and that. I don't really care about that. But yeah, let's have a look. Leading the league for set piece goals with 13. Yep. Yep, that's Arsenal, man. And that's why we're in the position, really, that we're in. Arsenal fans, when we've complained a lot about our attack this season, we can't complain about how we score from set pieces. That's a lot of goals. How many goals have Arsenal scored? Let me have a look at this. Let's have a look indeed. So if we scored 13 goals from set pieces, that's 13 goals out of 39. So is that a third? That's a third of our goals this season have come from set pieces, realist. Bang on a third as well. Like 33%, 0.333. 33% of our goals have come from set pieces. Yeah. Good, a positive, but also a little shows you a little bit where Arsenal are lacking as well. Yeah, heck of a lot, bro. Most teams like Man City, I think Man City were the second team there with 11, and they've scored 48. So that's nearly like 20% of their goals. 20%. Just under, I think, just under 20%. Whereas Arsenal 33. That's a big jump in percentages. Crazy. But yeah, can Arsenal score more from set open play? Second half, I did predict a 3-0 win for Arsenal. We're on course for that. And one more goal will get the job done for us. But the game's there to be won. Can we score 2 goals from open play? That's the objective now. That's what if I'm an Arsenal attacker, I'm saying I need to get myself involved in this, whether it's scoring or creating. Everton behind you with 11, and what Everton known as with their manager Sean Dyche, big physical team that are going to be looking to score off of their set pieces. That proper British football. You know what I mean? Like let's create from our opportunity, them set piece situations. But yeah, we need to see more from Arsenal. Definitely. How many goals have Everton scored this season? Let's have a look. I know they haven't scored too many, 24. So, yeah, that's a lot of their goals as well. But you expect that from a Sean Dyche team. You definitely do. Man United, I know we've got United fans in here. That's a big criticism you guys have of not just Erik Ten Hag, but it was, I think, under Oli as well, where he didn't score a lot of goals or enough goals from set pieces, especially bringing in Maguire. You saw how he performed at Leicester. You're not really going to score many goals from set pieces when your centre-backs are Varane and Lisandro, though. And I know Lisandro's only just come back in the team, but when Victor Lindelof's playing there, he's not a set piece. Like, he's not an aerial threat. He's not excellent in both boxes in that way either. But that is, again, I know he hasn't directly scored from set pieces, but why Kai Havertz is loved by Arteta, and Arteta loves physical, strong players who are good aerially. He's very good aerially. He's not excellent, but he's very good, I'd say, aerially. Kai Havertz. Yeah. That's mad. 25 and 11 from set pieces. Exactly. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Nearly half. Nearly half. It's so toxic at the moment. Sorry for the fans that are there. I predict 2-2. I don't think you guys will win if you don't score another goal. So, Sean, I don't. That is mad. And when I say that's mad, I mean not your prediction, but I'm saying in terms of you feel like you feel a bit like down in terms of how the club is going at the moment, but you also feel like you could grab something from this game if Arsenal sit on their levels a little bit. And I don't think it's mad as in saying that you're crazy for thinking that. I mean, that could happen. I think that's how mad football is. If we don't go out in the strong at the start of the second half and go put you guys to the sword and get that third goal killer. Who's the best at getting the third goal killer? Manchester City are the best team in the league at getting the third goal. Liverpool have been this season, but Man City overall are that team. Second half is about to start here, people, so get yourself strapped back in, pause. But you know what I mean. Arsenal going to be kicking off here from right to left, kicking towards the North Bank, Crystal Palace towards the clock end, where the away fans also sit as well. The coaching set piece coaches aren't responsible for the execution. Players are. Bro, Casemiro scores a lot from set pieces, indeed. Can't lie, I'm happy Martinez is back. Yeah, good defender. And I liked his little cameo off the bench. Lisa Andro, they call him. But yeah, I liked his little cameo off the bench against Spurs. It was quite good. Very good in possession there too. Top centre back in that sense. Rashford needs to go. Any fan that thinks he otherwise can't see past their bias. The lad had one decent season out of 9, scored 17 PL goals. That's average by United standard. Well, it's not average by the current United standard, but I hear what you mean. It's not good enough when you earn as much money as Marcus Rashford does. Basically, play every week. You gotta have a consistent level of high performance. That is a ridiculous touch by Martin Odegaard there. Into Saka. Arsenal in the box already in the start of the second half. Whipped in, and it's another Arsenal corner. And you know what that means? That could spell danger for Crystal Palace, given that our first 2 goals have come from corners. What a start to the second half. And that was all came from that fantastic touch by Bukayo Saka. Mark, I hear you and agree, but what is United standard? That is the only thing I question as well, really. So I agree with you there. What is United standards nowadays? That is let's have a look. Whipped in by Saka towards Gabriel again. Cleared. Odegaard out to Rice. He's going to get it back out to Saka. Eze's there to try and stop him. Odegaard into Rice. Into Zinchenko. Zinchenko tries to clip one in. Saka brings it down in the box again. To Rice. Rice shoots into the hands. Easy save for Dean Henderson. That's a poor strike in the end. It's very weak. Common denominator in our strikers having to do the graveyard shifts. Is that Marcus Rashford, Zlatan, Cavani, Ronaldo all suffered, but it's the coach's fault. Oh, not Marcus Rashford, not Luke Shaw, not Harry Maguire. I hear what you mean. You're saying like everyone blames the coaches when these players are constants. Yeah, it's a combination of all, isn't it? In the end, the coaches haven't been good enough, but the players definitely haven't been either. That's brilliant from Arsenal, and has it broken free for Saka? It has, in fortunate fashion. But Saka, great ball into Havertz, poor touch from Kai Havertz, but he wins it again. Here's Jesus. Should have played it there, Jesus. Trossard again, shoots, blocked. Too many bodies in the way to be shooting there, my bro. Great spin. Nice from Eze. And Crystal Palace have a chance to counter now. Jeffrey Schlupp's done well there too. Arsenal get a lot of bodies back. Trossard is one of them. But yeah, there's Havertz. Tries to win it, but Jefferson Lerma does well to use his body to separate the man and the ball. Bro, that's players. I want to know what's our standards, says Realist. But yeah, Arsenal started the second half sharply. I'd say Jesus had to play Zinchenko in. He was so free on that left side. He had so much space, but he was reluctant to do so. He had to play Zinchenko in down that left. There was so much space. It was unbelievable. it was like playing pro clubs yesterday, man. Oh my days. There was an opportunity where I think it was Jordan, JC. Should have played me in down that left side, but he went for goal instead. At least Jesus passed it. Bro, we just like dead players. That looks shiny. Every season, same BS. That was a save. Another shot from distance from Crystal Palace. Eze sting in the hands of David Raya. It's a decent strike actually, and it bounces just in front of David Raya, so they're difficult to really save, but they're difficult to deal with. But he just knocks it out for a corner, and there's a chance for Crystal Palace to try and half the deficit. Can they do something from a set piece themselves? Eze swings one into the hands of David Raya. Arsenal have a chance to counter attack now. David Raya elects to kick it, and he goes out to Havertz. It's a brilliant kick from David Raya, and Kai Havertz there plays one in down for Gabriel Jesus, who enters the box now. Jesus into Trossard, who loses his balance, and Saka's asking for a penalty. Saka really does think he was fouled. He's asking the referee a question, but it's a great counter-attack from Arsenal. All started from the kick and the catch from David Raya. Havertz does really well to pick out Jesus. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's a penalty. I think that's a bit soft. Oh, Ben White nearly gets there, but Eze protects the ball well. I don't think that's a penalty myself. But Arsenal, again, just lacking that little bit of quality in the final third. Should have really created something there. But here come Crystal Palace now. Nathaniel Klein's got space to run into on his right side. Crosses it in, and it's a poor cross in the end. And I think it might go out. Yeah, it goes out for a goal kick. Yeah, Will Hughes takes a risk, but I think he does just enough. It's fine. I think that's fine there. But Arsenal should be... Trossard can't get it under control, man. Man. Anderson. Oh, Ben White commits himself there. Tyreek Mitchell turns him into Jean-Philippe Mateta now. Gets it under control. Out to Eze. Early cross. Zinchenko heads it. Trossard. And then Havertz clears it away to Jesus. Heads it down for Trossard. Back across for Saka. Wins a free kick. It's good play from Arsenal. Arsenal got out of that situation really well and tried to switch it out early, but Nathaniel Klein picks it up. Poor. Who took that free kick there? That's poor, man. Where's Saka? There he is. Eze. Now, Crystal Palace having a little bit of a good spell in this game here. Tries to find Tyreek Mitchell, but Saka will watch that out for a goal kick, and he does. Does his defensive duties really well there, Bukayo Saka. Limping a little bit. You know, it's a common theme, common scene at Arsenal with Bukayo Saka limping at some stage. Is that David D? No, it's George Graham. Hey, George Graham and Kenny Sampson. Love that. They're here to watch the Arsenal. Flicked on by Jesus. Anderson hooks it away. Chris Richards. Then Henderson just clears. No nonsense. Just get it up the pitch, lad. That's what he said. And Gabriel heads it away for a Crystal Palace throw-in. Gutted the goal went down as a Henderson OG. Has it actually officially been confirmed, Matt G? Has it officially gone down as a Henderson own goal? Because I'm sure it was going in from Gabriel. That's a shame if it is. Imagine if he scores again. We'll have to put a petition in for that or something, because I need him to get that match ball. A centre-back scoring a hat-trick. When's the last time we've seen that? As much as I dislike Arsenal, and it's good to banter, Mikel Arteta will come good. Hey, you know what, Mark? I want to frame this. Do you know why? Not just because you said it and you usually say it. You like to banter Arsenal. Nah, it's because I wish plenty of other Arsenal fans could have that type of view. I mean, there's too many Arsenal fans out there who just think he's the worst manager ever that we've had. It's ridiculous. Like the position that he's taken us here on Flash Score, it's an OG. Oh, they've changed it because they were saying it wasn't an OG before. So if they've changed it, yeah, they gave Gabriel 2. For goodness sakes. Oh, yeah, they have. I've just seen it. They have changed it. Look. Stupid. Yeah, it is an own goal. Ah, thanks, sis. He developed and molded that squad. Sometimes progress isn't linear. Mark, you're chatting sense. You're chatting sense. Tereak, one thing for sure, you can ask Crab about me. I call Arteta crap, but I always told him Arteta is doing something. It's slow, but you can see it's coming goods. Crab just can't. Yeah, whenever you've said it, it's a bit like when you've said Arteta's crap or ask questions and that. It's more out of banter in it, really. So, but yeah, there's people that Crab can't see. I don't know why. I think, mate, I'll be real. Emotions. I think emotions blind a lot of fans when they look at Arsenal. Maybe it's because they feel pessimistic towards it because of what Arsenal have been like in the past 20 years. And then Arsenal, when we do stumble and we fall over with this young squad, we like to think, it's the same old, same old. No, it's not. It's not the same old because look at this team that we've had. We've not had this team for that long in the grand scheme of things. A lot of young players, barely really any experience. Our most experienced player is what in this starting 11. Who's our most experienced player in terms of games played? Probably Jesus, who has been a squad player the most of his career. David Raya, who's played in non-league throughout most of his career as well. Yeah, it's mad. 100% realist. All fans have pride. Sometimes too much pride blinds you. 110% Mark. My score is 2-0, and it's 2-0, says Shay. Hey, your score's looking good so far. I went for 3-0, so I just need Arsenal to score one more goal. One more for the Arsenal. Definitely don't need a Crystal Palace goal. Mateta. Saliba does excellently well. Mateta's asking for a foul, but Saliba's like, nah. Trossard dropping him deep. I don't like Trossard when he drops deep. I get flashbacks that Brighton game where he hit off the back of the Brighton player and Undav lobbed Ramsdale. I need Mark to speak to some Arsenal fans. Mark, man, he's spot on. Exactly. Look at 7 months ago, there was like Postercoglou. They were saying. Now they're singing Ange Ball. Exactly that. But people who thought Postercoglou, and there will be some people within the Tottenham fan base that will be negative and toxic towards him. But because Tottenham have done well, they can't really do that yet. Great touch from Havertz there into Alexander Zinchenko. Here's a chance for Arsenal to get something here. Zinchenko tries to play in play, gets it into Odegaard, into Jesus. Jesus in the box now, should get a shot off, gets it deflected, and it's a corner in the end. It's because he's emotional and reactionary. I always tell him, relax. Again, you've hit the nail on the head. Too much emotions blinding fans and blocking them from seeing what's clear with their eyes. But they're watching games and football with their hearts. Watch what's happening on the pitch. You don't think we're playing well here? Come on, man. It's a deep cross. Havertz nods it down. Jesus, Zinchenko, Saka, poor shot in the end. Jesus goes down. Here's Eze now. Palace have a chance to have a counter. Abira Eze, 1v1 with Saliba here. Into the box now. Abira Eze tries to get the cross in while defended by William Saliba. Let's have a look at this. Is it a... Nah, again, I don't think it's a penalty again. Nah, it's not a penalty. It's not enough. He goes down too soft there. That's not a penalty for me. That's two of them now. Yeah, it's not a penalty. Mark, I fully agree with your point, and that Spurs manager fans are tapped. Exactly what we see happening at Arsenal. It's exactly what we see at United. Cross in, headed away by Gabriel. Will Hughes on the edge of the box. Swigs one in, but into the hands of David Raya. And he throws it out, and Arsenal have a counter-attacking opportunity here. Here's Gabriel Jesus. Jesus into Trossard. Leandro Trossard! Yes! What a counter-attack from the Arsenal! Leandro Trossard sat down Nathaniel Klein there. Oh my word, what a counter-attack that was. That was brilliant from Arsenal. Starts off, and this is why David Raya starts. That is why. Claims the cross, throws it out quickly to Jesus, who he plays it to Trossard. Excellent pass. Sit down, Nathaniel Klein. Sit down, young. I can't even call him young. He's old. And Trossard puts the game surely to bed. Brilliant from Jesus. Brilliant and great from Trossard. My sister's favourite player with the name on the back of her shirt is Leandro Trossard. You better be watching. You better be wearing that shirt, my sis. Big up Kenny Fan TV 3-0. Oh, hold on. I'm doing the Gary Neville. Oh. Nah, he's on. That's on. That's surely onside. That is surely. Yeah, and he's onside. Confirmed. Goal for Arsenal. Need Palace to score. No. No way. Good counter attack, like excellent counter attack. But do you know where it starts from, realist? And realist, this is the conversation I'm trying to have with Arsenal fans when we talk about David Raya, the difference between David Raya and Aaron Ramsdale. Ramsdale punches that ball clear. He punches it because he's not as good at claiming crosses. David Raya is brilliant at claiming crosses, and that's why he's an asset in that situation. Why Arsenal have been defensively better, but how he responds by throwing that ball out quickly and Arsenal springing there is why he's amazing. That's why he's in the team. Those little marginal gains. What a turn from Jesus. Gabriel Jesus into Trossard, across the box, into Erdegaard. Jesus, great block. Oh, and he's offside. Who's offside there? But Jesus, that is he's outstanding. See that turn? Yeah, he's offside, Tross. Yeah, he's off there. The lines of the pitch out that there. Gabriel Jesus should have got rid of it quicker. But the turn's outstanding. Jesus should have got rid of it quicker. But that's fantastic. This is why, again, Arsenal fans, not me. Oh, this is what I always do. And yes, I'm backing my own thoughts when I'm saying this. Why Arsenal need to sign a facilitator, not a striker that is just a predator in the box. No matter how good that predator may be, I don't want a Victor Osimhen. He don't turn like that. Victor Osimhen don't turn and play passes like that. Ivan Toney does. Even if it's not Ivan Toney, don't go and get me an Osimhen for £105 million when he can't even do all of those things. Oh, Tereak, I'm in the mud. I predicted a draw. hey, you was definitely looking at that with your emotions. Oh, Trossard's hurt. Trossard's hurt. Oh, what's that? What's up with Tross? But here's Mateta now in the box. Out to Eze. Eze, shot blocked by Declan Rice. Back to Eze again. Jesus, you can't foul him there. That's a dangerous position as well. That is a foul too. That is a foul. Counter-attacking excellence, Matt G. Indeed, Mark. I needed it at Crystal Palace, 30 Miracle on 34th Street. Happy for Trossard, says Kenny Fan TV. Me too. Got my shirt on. Love that. Goalkeeper. That was a good counter attack, in my opinion. Always rated far, says Matt G. Looks like Habibi training worked. Habibi vibes out there in Dubai. At least David Raya is also a good shot stopper. He's a good shot stopper too. He's got better shot stopping statistics than Aaron Ramsdale does. There's a good shot, good save by David Raya. Comfortable, really. Bro, you see how fast he saw the open player? Exactly. He was alert to it. Smash the like button and subscribe to T's channel. Big up to yourself, Shay, man. Respect my bro. And go subscribe to Shay Arsenal too. He's got a new channel, and it is the channel that he's got there. Mark, don't get me started on a shot stopper. Onana. Mark, Palace are awful, man. How did we not even beat them? It's beyond me. I hear you, Kenny. I hear you. Don't hype him. He might turn on an injury. Oh, it's true. That is very true. That, you know what his knees are like. He might turn and get injured. Hughes, try to hit it across the box. And Arsenal, did they have another counter-attacking opportunity? No. Palace have worked at. Kenny, it is true, you might. Palace did have a better game against us, and they were leading in our game. That game state matters indeed. That's what the West Ham game, that's why their goal gave them something to defend, and that's why they were able to win in the end. If we scored the first goal, I think it's different. The floodgates open, but game state does matter. Mateta trying to run beyond Gabriel. Nah. He says no. Corner though. Corner to Crystal Palace. And hey, Arsenal could counter-attack off this. Mark, I felt it. Rob Holding hasn't played a single game for Palace. And here comes David Ozzo. There's the substitution that Sean wanted. And that says a lot. Doesn't that say a lot, Matt G? When people say, "Oh, it's not Rob Holding's fault why Arsenal couldn't win the league." I mean, it wasn't his fault solely. But I mean, it makes a big difference. Eze to the back post. Hughes. 15 likes. Hey, big up people. Can we get it? Can we get it even higher if you haven't done so? Anderson swings one in. Kai Havertz heads it up, but not really away. And Declan Rice gets it clear. The same loud fans saw Onana in the UCL final. Go get him. Then blames Ten Hag because Onana once played under him at Ajax. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Diogo Costa. That's what I think you're on about when you say Jota. Dallo, Martinez, and Casemiro enjoying time off in Dubai. No, he'll be training. Just vibes for our players. Says Pax. Rob Holding played against United in the League Cup. Is that his only appearance for them? Wow. That's actually really, really good from Gabriel Magalhaes there. I think David Raya was in a bad position there. I don't think David Raya's positioning helped Gabriel Magalhaes, but he was able to improvise really well given the situation. That was brilliant from Gabriel Magalhaes. He's had a fantastic game. Roy lost the plot. He has indeed. Imagine Arsenal most effective off the counter. If United played a game like that, fans would complain about it being off the counter. Yeah, it's true. It's stupid. You can't complain when the circumstances of the game are different. Yeah, because we're winning. That's Mark. You was here in the half time, and I said as well that we will look to counter and we will look to play because the game state. We're not going to. Why would we not try and counter attack? Why would Palace sit back while they're 2-0 down? Of course, they're going to leave open spaces and opportunity. Ozzo comes on for Will Hughes. Tereak, you doing any AFCON watch-alongs later? Kenny, if there were, I will join them. Yes, I will join one of the AFCON watch-alongs later. Over on Pros Only Sports TV, Pros Only Sports, and Eagle Eye Football. They do fantastic jobs on the watch-alongs. And Arsenal making 2 substitutions in their own. And why I'm excited is because we're about to see Emile Smith-Rowe Come on, with 20 minutes left to go. Martinelli's coming on as well, but Emil Smith Rowe. We're about to see Saka and Emil Smith Rowe. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it. Whoa. Jesus was offside again. I'm telling you, we've got Theo Walcott up front. We've got Theo Walcott today. Martinelli coming on for the goal scorer, Leandro Trossard, who did excellent on that counter attack. And I think Leandro Trossard today, he's played okay. I mean, he's played well-ish. I need to watch it again to really understand how I think he's done. But I think he's shown a lot more energy, directness down on that side, connected well with Kai Havertz, who I think he's played really well today. Kai Havertz. We are really starting to see the Kai Havertz that we spent £65 million on. I know the last three results will have a big part to say, but before that, he was in great form and he's looking a lot more confident, linking up well, connecting with our left winger. But now Emil Smith Rowe is on that side. I'm really excited by that. I am, because this is what Arsenal fans wanted to see. We're hearing a lot how he's been playing in training in the past in Dubai, and here he is there getting his first touches under pressure. Arsenal worked that really well, and here it is, Martinelli now. He's getting his first touches on the ball. Martinelli, he's running. He's still running, Gabby. You know he loves a run. Jesus tried to pick him out there. He was never going to find him. And Schlupp switches it out left, but Ben White is able to head that. Not really away because Eze still got the ball. Good tackle, Martinelli. Here's Smith Rowe. Come on, Emil. Really looking forward to seeing this. Emil Smith Rowe, finally, indeed. Forward focus is on. He is as well. Here he is. Here is the forward focus. Running at Klein. The touch was too heavy. He had a good crossing opportunity then. Klein committed, but the last touch was too heavy. Oh, man, he really could have done something there because Klein was gone. The opportunity was there. But that's positive from Martinelli. This is what I mean. Like, he's on the thumbnail. He's on the thumbnail, and he's the player that I really spoke about in the preview show because we haven't seen him at his best anywhere near it. And he's just lacked that little quality in the final third. People will make up a lot and say, it's because we're not connecting as well as we did when Saka was there. I think he's been in dangerous positions, guys. He's just not been able to get a shot there because his little touches like that, not quite being sharp, not being as effective in his 1v1 battles. We have got it out to him quicker, but he's not been able to work it, man. Like, that's the reason. When we come up against teams in the Champions League, we come up against teams that leave more space in behind, and that allows us to attack more. And Martinelli loves to run at space in behind. We know how dangerous he is when he is in front of goal, left foot, right foot header. You know what I mean? But he needs to do better for me. And here's a big opportunity in the last 20 minutes because Trossard's got his goal. Need you to go and grab that goal now, son. Mark's spitting facts. Fans are impatient nowadays. Hey, a lot of people agreeing with you, Mark, man. No agenda, but your captain being poor today to me. I've not really noticed him. I think he's been a bit sloppy in some occasions. The second half, though, really, still think he's been better. In build-up, that's Arsenal drop him a bit deeper now. But in the final third, I don't think he's been great. I will agree with you on that. I don't think he's been sloppy in some areas. Should have created a little bit more. Speak nicely about my man in Trossard. Indeed, I remember I got eyes watching, and here comes Jorginho. Is that for Odegaard? Who's he coming on for? Oh, Declan Rice. Is Declan Rice injured? Hammy. Oh. I just seen Declan Rice say hammy then. That's not good. That's not good. Declan Rice just said hammy. Yeah, I don't like that. Hammy. That's not good. Okay, I'm a little bit worried now. Here he is, the guarding build up. You see, we've dropped him a lot deeper. There's a foul there by Jeffrey Schlupp. But yeah, just saw Declan Rice say hammy. I'm a little bit worried. The game's done. Like, the game should be fine, but I'm thinking longer term. Yeah, Matt G, he just said hammy. That's what I saw him say, and he speaks English, so it wasn't that difficult. He went like this. He went hammy. He went hammy, hammy. So I saw him say hammy. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious though. Just a little. Hopefully, it's just precautionary. But when Declan Rice doesn't come off, so when he was coming off, I was a bit like, and it was a bit weird to make that substitution so close to the others. But Jesus, excellent flick from connection from him and Smith Rowe. Jorginho. Yeah, so hopefully it's not too serious. Arsenal fans will be anxiously, eagerly waiting to hear from Arteta at the end of the game. I don't even think that's a bad pass, you know. I don't even think that's a bad pass. Martinelli, he just stopped his run. Could have carried on. I don't think that's a bad pass from Zinchenko. Well done. Ben White's been brilliant today. Jesus, just a little bit ahead. Erdegaard. Saka shoots over the bar. I need most United fans to go support Ipswich so we can have sensible people supporting us. Bro, what United fan I know, is doing watchalongs for Arsenal. The content creation ideas must be dry. I hear you, man. I hear you. Here comes Mateus França. Sean, you asked for França and Ozil, and here they are now on the pitch, but too late for Crystal Palace fans. And Hamada. Hamada comes on for Jeffrey Schlupp. Klein and Schlupp off. Hamada and França on. Yeah. Who's out to right back then for Palace? Is it Chris Richards? Chris Richards against Martinelli? Yeah, long day. Long day indeed. They've got a high line though, Crystal Palace, and that's probably why Jesus has been caught offside a few. But I'm hoping, and they're showing Saliba in that. I'm hoping Declan Rice is fine. Good block, Benjamin. I think Ben White's been excellent today, you know. He has been really good. Eze's picked up the ball a few times, but Ben White has really done a good job against him. Is that because Ben White is fitter? Could be. He's not been as good. He's not been as good recently, has he? But there's been a lot been made about him playing through an injury. He's looking back to his best self now, which is what we love to see. Yeah, Ben White being brilliant today. Indeed, realist. I agree. Palace are awful. Just get a goal back. No, Kenny, they can't. Have you got? Did you predict 3-1? Erdegaard, Jorginho. That was more of a clearance rather than a shot because there was a break on for Palace there. And Jorginho was like, "I'm running in mud. I ain't Declan Rice. I ain't got that mobility. I can't transition like him. I'm getting that ball out of the way." It's about money for them, man. Yeah, it's true, bro. Benny Blanco doing well. Yeah, he's been really good. And he's not been good this season. Tomiyasu, when he was fit, he came in and he took his spot. We haven't seen Ben White at his best, but defensively been much better. Much, much better. Is it Hamada playing at right wing back? I think it might be, Zinchenko into Smith Rowe, Croydon, De Bruyne. He's from CR7 himself. This is like a little bit of oh, it's not a good pass. Jorginho, that was a crap pass. Put Erdegaard in the mud there. Eze skips past Erdegaard and to Mitchell, and Saka's there having to recover. But do you know where it all started from? Started from Jorginho's poor pass. I need Palace to equalise in the last 5 minutes. I got about 12 minutes plus added time. And here's a chance from a corner now. Eze whips one in, headed away by Gabriel. But Saka's gonna. Oh, he went underneath that ball. Martinelli driving. Martinelli, here comes the forward focus. Oh, again, it's just the final touch there. But Martinelli wins it back. Saka, Erdegaard, shot blocked. Oh, and then cleared by Ahamada. Foul by, Gabriel there. I think Mateta did well. But Martinelli again, just lacking that little bit. Oh, Gabriel's down. Yeah, it's just that touch inside, too close to Mitchell. He did well to win it back, though. Erdegaard shot. I think you got to shoot in that situation. Gabriel struck. Another little bit of an injury right here, you know. He's got something strapped around his knee. He's a warrior, though. He's a bit like Ben White himself. He plays through loads of injuries. And we are bringing on Kivior and Nketiah. Is that Kivior going to be for Zinchenko or is it going to be for Gabriel? Yeah. Picking up a few little knocks and niggles here. Arsenal. We had a little 13-day break, but maybe that break hasn't done us too much good. But Eddie Nketiah is coming on for Gabriel Jesus, who is coming back from that little knee injury. Wonder still how much he's carrying from that knee injury. But Gabriel Jesus, again, I think he's played well-ish. He's a bit like Trossard, but I think, Gabriel does look like he's coming off, so he ain't going to get his hat-trick, even if it was awarded to him anyway. Let's hope that injury isn't serious indeed. 10 days until our next game. Yep, Kivior does come on for Gabriel. I heard I heard Kivior's wife is a professional twerker. She is indeed. I don't even know if it's his wife. I know it's definitely his girl, at least. But yeah, she is indeed. It's I remember because when we first signed him, I don't know how Arsenal fans picked up on this straight away. You know what Arsenal fans are like. They find everything. They'll find out your car and then thing there. They'll find out your flights. But yeah, a few bit of niggles here from Arsenal. I'm not really. I like that. I don't really like it. I know Benny Blanco is a producer. I know Benny Blanco, and he went to art school with him. Interesting. No way. Mark saying she got a body, mate. That is mad. I know. I worked at a hit factory in Miami, South Beach Studios. If you know, you know. Mark in the music game. Interesting. But yeah, man. What's that song? He made a song with Juice WRLD, Graduation. I mean, he makes songs with everyone, with plenty of artists. Is he dating Selena Gomez now, I believe? Well done, Smith Rowe. Erdegaard gets it out to Saka. That's a good pass from Erdegaard into Saka. He's got the overlap there. Plays it inside to Erdegaard. Into Ben White. Into Saka. This right channel, Arsenal like to create a lot of opportunities out there. Jorginho, good ball from Jorginho into Ben White. He's got a crossing opportunity. It's a poor ball from Ben White there. But he does well to get back there, Ben White. Eze tries to get past Jorginho, but he can't. Oh, and Ketia getting in Saka's way there. Ben White, good header. Ben White's down now. But Palace have numbers here going forward. Here's Matheus França. França into Mateta. Can't hold it up well. Zinchenko nicks it off of him. Who's, again, I'd probably put Zinchenko up there as one of the man of the matches. Gabriel will take it because, we had a big part to play in the first 2 goals and he's defended really well. Ben White's also been excellent too. Ben White struggling with a little something as well now. Excellent. That's good. Here we go, Arsenal. Smith Rowe. Time to carry. Time to carry Smith Rowe. Goes to Martinelli, who's inside. Martinelli out to Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka has got Odegaard for the overlap into Martinelli. Little fake shot into Jorginho. Palace have got a lot of bodies back there. Probably need to get this out wide. Work it out left, can we? Can we work it out to this left side? Here's Saka. Martinelli. Just plays it behind Zinchenko and Arsenal just slow the game down. Realise what needs to be done. Good 1-2 from Martinelli and Saka. Here's Martinelli here. Into Saka. And Saliba's there to mop up. He's been brilliant again. But this is Saliba. This is the level he's at. He's such a good player. He's ridiculous. Jorginho looks for Martinelli and finds him. Indeed. Sends him wide. Here's Gabriel Martinelli. Into Jorginho again. Being patient. This is good football from Arsenal, though. Oh, good, brilliant ball, Odegaard into Smith Rowe. Smith Rowe gets it out to Martinelli. He's got Zinchenko. Cut back, tries to find Smith Rowe, but it's well defended by Joachim Andersen. Here's Jorginho. That's brilliant football. It started from that wonderful pass from Odegaard there. So that's not a good pass, Zinchenko. But Martinelli does well to win it. Here's Martinelli now. Across the box, tries to find Smith Rowe again. He's getting into some dangerous areas, ESR is. But Saliba. Oh, what a player, man. I'm running out of superlatives to adjectives, the ways to describe this man. James Tompkins is the next substitution. Who is he coming on for? Mark Gay. It's a weird substitution to make. Weird. Again, a weird substitution indeed. He's no Vidic, but he's top class. Hey, when he's all said and done, bro, we'll have a conversation about that. So Saliba's what, 22? So he's got plenty years still to go. What? He's fantastic, bro. He's fantastic. Good ball again. ESR. Good running. Good feet. ESR. Not a great pass from him though, but gets it back. Arsenal just keeping the ball again, just keeping it moving. Our possession, do you know what? I think we played better in possession since Jorginho's come on. I haven't seen ESR on that left side for ages. Clips one into Eddie and Ketia. Oh, good shot. Yeah, Smith Rowe's. This is probably the best little cameo I've seen from Smith Rowe in years. Since he was scoring 10 goals in the Premier League in the 21-22 season. Odegaard looks, again, since Realist and me and Realist gave him a little bit of criticism, he's done much better. His passing's been much more crisp and fluid. Kivior, good pass into Zinchenko. He ain't really got no one in front of him to find though, so he's gonna have to go back to Kivior. He picks out a good pass to Martinelli now. Martinelli up against now Hamada. Breezes past him, headed away. Zinchenko gets the shot off, but it's easy for Henderson to save. Vidic was reckless like KG. He was, wasn't he? But Saliba is top class. Yep, definitely agree with you there, Kenny. 4 PLs, 2 UCLs will be a huge task. Not even John Terry is at Vidic level. That's a debate for another day. John Terry's better than Vidic, bro. Yeah, John Terry's better than Vidic. I think that's disrespectful to John Terry, man. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like John Terry because he's racist and that. But Eze's done. Saka there, but he's giving it away. Eze, yeah, he finished Saka there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They'll talk about that in England camp. Mateta is so bad. He's crap, man. Mateta is awful, by the way. He can't hold up. He couldn't even. Yo, he's França though. Oh, that's good, Zinchenko. 1v1 defending Zinchenko. Here we go, Crystal Palace fans. Wasted potential on and off the pitch. Weak decisions taking us backwards. There's Steve Parish there. He's looking at that. Palace fans, strong and happy. They're making their frustrations known. Eze clipping one in towards the back post into Richards, but that's over the bar. I am biased. I'd rather Vidic than Terry. Terry is better. And I'm a United fan. Don't like Terry. Agreed. We realist agree, but he was world class. Yeah, Vidic had a very good period where he was one of the best centre backs in the world in that period. But again, John Terry had it for longer, bro. John Terry had that throughout his whole career, man. He was excellent. Haram, says Yo. I'm never biased, bro. Just honest. Yeah. John Terry could do everything Vidic could do and more. John Terry was actually a good. He's not real levels of passing, or he wasn't real levels of ball playing ability, but very underrated. Like people thought he was just a bum at that. Nah, he had a left foot on him as well. He could play on the left side of that centre back. Scored goals. Is he the highest goal scoring centre back in Premier League history? John Terry? You know my CB, big Yap stan. Edouard is clear of Mateta, but they still probably need someone above that level. Yep, very true. Very true indeed. Edouard's better. He's on the bench, but he's not even brought him on today. That's a weird decision. Go on. 6 minutes. We've got 4 minutes left. 3-0 to the Arsenal. Perfect prediction for me. And they have given it to Gabriel. I knew they would. Is Rice on the bench there? I want to see Rice at the end of the game. Oh, what ball, Odegaard! Eddie Nketiah is terrible. That is awful. And that Ahmad has ran through the middle there. Here he's on the right now. Tries to find Mateta. Well done from Saliba. Yo, Palace are not good. Oh, that's a brilliant tackle from Saka. He got his own back there. I took my chain back. And here's Martinelli. Martinelli now. Yes! Martinelli with his goal. Finally. Finally. Martinelli. The man who's on the thumbnail. I said he needed to come on and score. And he certainly did that. And wraps up the game. I mean, the game was wrapped up anyway. But that was the goal that was needed. Great finish, from Martinelli. Good run. And who do we need to give credit to? Eddie Nketiah. Good pass, good timing. It's not a difficult pass. But it's well won back, and it all starts from Saka there. Look at Tompkins at right back. Yeah, Tompkins, you ain't keeping up with Martinelli there, bro. He's back, baby. He is indeed, Matty G. Love that. That's your truth, Mark. We've been going good today. Oh, is that about the Vidic Terry thing? Here's Jorginho out to Martinelli. Martinelli's in again. And he's there. It's 5. Martinelli with a brace. Oh, baby. Martinelli again. Oh, my days. Five. Arsenal 5. They got slapped. Palace got slapping. I can't keep up. We want 6. We want 6. Martinelli again. It's a brilliant ball from Jorginho. Wow. Arsenal full time. Game done. They just went, yeah, let's sack that off. You're meant to add more time. I mean, it's meant to be like 30 seconds per goal at least. But they went, nah, 96-minute gone. It's finished. Martinelli, we want 6. We're not getting 6. Literally the same goal. I know. Literally the same goal indeed. And Martinelli off the bench running goals and scores 2. Taxi for Roy Hodgson. And guess what? He is back. Okay, now you did say 5-0 up after the 85th minute. I will give you that. Oh no, but guys, that was a pleasure. That was a pleasure to watch. Arsenal 5, Crystal Palace 0, and Arsenal deservedly winners. And yeah, 5-0. Flat was it flat or us? I'd say about right, given some of the positions that we got into and the chances should have created. And I know 2 of the goals have come. Anderson's not happy with the fans. There's the fans go and tell him to go away. Crystal Palace fans are angry. They are not happy. Roy Hodgson there looking, staring at the banners. Oh, yeah. That is, yeah. That's not a good sight. There's gonna be a fallout from this, Crystal Palace fans. Look at him. That looks painful. I know, and Roy Hodgson's I don't even want to say that phrase, but he's dug his own grave. I was going to say, but yeah, this is not good. Crystal Palace fans aren't happy. Eze saying sorry, clapping the fans, taking it. It is ugly scenes, Pax. It is indeed. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think some of those goals are the ones that we should have scored in the past few games. Exactly. We let our frustrations out, especially towards the end of that game there. Martinelli in particular. But Martinelli, Trossard, Gabriel Magalhaes, good goals, great goals. I'm glad that we got to see 3 goals from open play towards the end, especially. But yeah, that's not good scenes. Man says T Arsenal were violent, man. Message me later. You did most. I will do, bro. Tereak, we should do a stream. Bring in Kennedy and yo. I hear you, bro. We should definitely do one at some point, my bro. Actually feel for I feel for Palace as well. As I was watching that and I was like, yeah, that don't look great. Yeah, that don't look great indeed. The scenes that we saw there, but that win is huge for our goal difference. They're just showing the table now, level on points with Man City. 3 goals off of them now, and we was 8 goals off of them before. And I know they got a game in hand, so they can probably make up about at least 3 of them when they play Brentford. But hopefully, Ivan Toney returning, which he will return today. Keep an eye on that, people. Ivan Benjamin Elijah Toney, born on March the 16th. 19, I don't even know what year, but here they are. The 2 Gabriels. We got 4 goals. What is it? 4? I know they're giving it as an own goal. At least 3 goals from our Gabriels. And Jesus should have been on the score sheet as well. I've never seen Gabriel Magalhaes speak in English, though. This is crazy. Sean, it's painful scenes, ugly scenes. But guys, I am going to wrap this up now. I'm going to love and leave you. Thank you for tuning in. I will bring you the Arsenal show on Monday. Indeed, guys, there will be the Arsenal show on Monday. Stay tuned for that. That's going to be returning this week. As you know, the watchalongs return. The Arsenal show will do as well. And yeah, have we got any games in midweek? I'm not even sure. I might do a watchalong for the Liverpool one. I may do. I'm not making any promises, but love to you all, my people. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I certainly will. I'll be speaking to Rich, JC, Nate, all the other Crystal Palace fans, Nick, you name it, about this. And I hear their thoughts and feelings. I love you too, my sis. Love you all in the chat. Thank you for tuning in. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new. And we're out of here. Take care. God bless.